You know, guys, I am 100% sure that this is one of those fights that is not going to end anytime soon. This fight is going to take a long time. You remember that last week we reported about a feud between the EFF and the Minister of Sports, Art and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. We know that the EFF has been making a lot of noise, accusing Gayton McKenzie of wasting the taxpayers' money. So, without evidence, the EFF is claiming that Gayton McKenzie spent 1.8 million rands on his trip to Paris. But Gayton McKenzie has came out to say that, guys, these people are lying. Do not listen to these guys. These people are lying. I didn't spend 1.8 million rands on my trip to Paris, but I only spent 800,000 rands. So Gayton McKenzie went on social media to release a spreadsheet because he said he wanted to be a transparent minister. So he said, guys, this is how much everything cost. So you can see for the flights, Gayton McKenzie spent 200,000 rands. For insurance, is 500 rands. For accommodation, it's 100,000 rands. For transport, it's 454,000. S&T is 20,000 rands, and the grand total is 800,000 rands. So the people have actually been criticizing the EFF, especially on this matter, because they are saying, guys, if you say that Gayton McKenzie has wasted the money, if you say that Gayton McKenzie has spent 1.8 million rands, why are you not releasing the spreadsheet so that everybody can see what Gayton McKenzie spent the money on, instead of you guys being on social media every day accusing Gayton McKenzie of wasting the taxpayers' money and saying that the man has spent 1.8 million rands? Why don't you just release the evidence? But regardless, last week the EFF went to Parliament Ethics Committee. They want Gayton McKenzie to be investigated because they are saying Gayton McKenzie is lying to the people of this country. Gayton McKenzie is lying. This guy didn't spend 800,000 rands. This guy spent 1.8 million rands. So we want the Parliament Ethics Committee to actually investigate how much this guy spent on his trip and why he's lying to the people of this country. So just when you thought the fighters were done, no, the fighters are not done with Gayton McKenzie. The fighters are not done with Gayton McKenzie. So Sinawatambo, someone who has actually been leading this charge of the EFF against Gayton McKenzie, he said that today we filed a complaint with the Office of the Public Protector against Gayton McKenzie for the misuse of public funds and possible fraud, as there are material discrepancies in the communique between him and the Acting Director General of Sports, Art and Culture, which he has made public. Gayton McKenzie must ask his Dudula friend, the toy soldier of Soweto, what we do to the criminals. They say, Gayton McKenzie, you must ask Ntlantalax what the EFF does to the criminals. We deal with the criminals decisively. Then Sinawatambo says that he can play the Twitter games. We will send him back to jail. So it looks like the EFF is very serious about this accusation of theirs on Gayton McKenzie. So today, Gayton McKenzie has actually came out to tell the whole country what he actually thinks about the EFF. And Gayton McKenzie says that, guys, these people are just jealous of me. They are just jealous of me because their CIC prevented them from being in government. We are in government now. They are hating on us.
What is the problem of the EFF? The problem with the EFF is because they are not the minister. I am living what they've been fighting for so long. They were insulting me, called me a bandit. Now they must say honorable. It is hurtful, I understand. And that hurt sometimes find expression in nonsensical answers.
So now Gayton McKenzie is just it's just making everything worse. I can't imagine what they are going to say about him tomorrow.
They talk about me or questions. I do believe that the cost was put up by the demand of cars in the Olympics, the demand of hotels.
Yeah, I remember even last week I said, no, Gayton McKenzie, 800,000 rands is a lot. And I remember the people on the comment section, they're saying, no, Thomas, man, you must consider the fact that the rand comparing to the euro, man, like it is nothing. So it was bound for the number to actually shoot up, but it is not really that much. This is what the people said to me. They said, no, it is not really that much, because if you convert the rand to the dollar, to the euro, and because everything is expensive, because it was the Olympic Games, this number is not that much. So this is what the people said to me last week. They said, Thomas, 800,000 rands, it is not much.
I went on my own cost cutting. My children went to Dubai September last year. Go check which hotel they stayed at. Go check which hotel my kids stayed at. Go check what we flew going there. Then you'll understand this excitement you're talking about. I'm not excited for perks. This is a downgrade for me. I am not these ministers that will be told blue lights excite me. When we got new cars, as a minister, and you guys will make accusations, but you won't be answered. When you put me in a BMW, or in a Mercedes-Benz, I jumped at the union buildings, or where I got my car, I jumped out of a more expensive personal car to go into the government car. So I can't be excited. I'm here because this is a labor.
And I like how Gaten McKenzie always reiterates the fact that all of these things that you guys things are exciting to me. I am rich. Gaten McKenzie has said that a lot of times. He said, no, guys, I am rich. I am driving a Bentley and the government gave me a BMW. So you guys think that these things are exciting to me. They are not exciting to me. I am not even taking this salary. I don't need this money because I am rich already. Man, I wish we had more people like Gaten McKenzie in government, man. Can you just imagine these people, man, who don't care about all of these things that other people think they are so important? Because when we talk about the ministers, we talk about the blue lights, we talk about these cars that they are given. But you listen to Gaten McKenzie speak about all of these things that the people consider as the perks. He say all of these things are a downgrade to me. All of them, they are a downgrade to me.
Go into the government car. So I can't be excited. I'm here because this is a labor of love for me. That's what excites me, that I can change people's lives. It's true, I'm excited to be a minister because I've got the power now. I fought. I walked in the rain. People walked in the snow, in the storms for me to be a minister. The PA people fought very hard for me to be there. I'm excited. Imagine the people that was voting for me, that walked so that their lives can become better, and then when they got the opportunity to go into the GNU, the leader said, Harifuni GNU. No, I can't do that to people. People wanted me to get power. I now have power to change lives. So this thing of exciting, I want to kill it right here. I have never booked my own flights. I have people booking my flights. This thing of ministers, I have to now behave within the Ministerial handbook. I asked the ADG, what is the Ministerial handbook saying? She says you can't do that. I was flying to Cape Town, my first flight. I was sitting in economy class because the ADG told me the Ministerial handbook wants me to fly economy class. And I found other ministers sitting in business class. And I went to peace. I said, why are me and you sitting in economy class? The other ministers said there. She said, no, it is their miles. They've been ministers for long, so they accumulated miles, and they're using their miles. I said, oh, okay. So I'm not excited, number one, for these things that they think is perks staying in a hotel. It's my first time being abroad, staying in a hotel that's not 5-star. I'm not excited for those things.
Man, this guy. Gaten McKenzie flex is different, man. Gaten McKenzie flex is different, I'm telling you. This is my first time. I'm not staying at a 5-star hotel. These people gave me a 4-star. It is a downgrade to me. It is a downgrade to me. Gaten McKenzie flex is different, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not, even this car they got me, that Mercedes, I will never drive that car here at home in my own life. So I'm not excited for those. Number two, and lastly, The issue where they say they took me to the ethics committee, it's their right. They can take me wherever they want to take me. It's their right. EFF needs to be relevant. And Dayton McKenzie is now the most relevant name at the moment in this country. If they talk about Malema, people don't listen, so they have to talk about Dayton and Malema so he can get the shine that I'm experiencing now. That's the truth.
Man, don't hurt their feelings. Don't hurt their feelings.
They talk, they are getting crazy. They're obsessed with me. And I enjoy that because I'm a minister. So, in the last question of the white paper,
I don't know what the EFF is going to say to this guy. I don't know what the EFF is going to say to this guy, because it's saying that, guys, like in my normal life I live more expensively. You guys think that I'm excited by this thing of being a minister. I live a very expensive life. So I don't know, man. When you look at the EFF, I don't know if these are the issues that are actually going to work out in their favor in the long run. I honestly don't think so. I think if there's one thing that can actually change the EFF around is if maybe they speak about a couple of their policies that South Africans have actually been complaining about. You see, if the EFF comes out today and say that, guys, this thing of ours of prioritizing the foreigners in this country, it is ending today. From today, the EFF puts South Africans first. I think many people will actually gravitate towards the EFF instead of all of these things they are doing on the internet. I think the people of this country, they just want to hear the EFF talking about prioritizing them as the party. Because people will say that, no, the EFF is not in charge, Julius Malema is not in charge, but at the same time, they forget how big of a voice that Julius Malema has. So if Julius Malema stands on stage and say that we are standing with our brothers and sisters, and everyone who says anything about our brothers and sisters is xenophobic, those videos are going to be played throughout Africa because Julius Malema has a big voice. So he doesn't need to be the president of the country for the people to actually listen to him. He doesn't need to be the president of the country for people to listen to him. But if Julius Malema says that, guys, from today we are prioritizing South Africans, that talk of ours, guys, we are sorry for actually insulting you. When you guys complained about these people that are jumping the borders and causing havoc in your communities, we are sorry and we want to stand with you. From today, the EFF is prioritizing South Africans. We no longer want these people to jump the borders and come into the country. I'm telling you, people will gravitate towards the EFF. But it looks like this is something that they don't want to do. I don't know if they know that this is one of the issues that is hurting them a lot. I don't know. Because even a couple of days ago, Floyd Shivambu was talking about the MK's border policy. The MK is standing with the people of this country. The MK party says, no, we are not going to entertain these people that are jumping the borders. If you jump the borders, we want you to be deported. So the MK party understands that, okay, this issue of illegal foreigners, it is something that South Africans are very passionate about. So we cannot afford to say one Africa in South Africa when South Africans are complaining about these people that are jumping the borders and causing them pain. Floyd Shivambu, the same guy who was defending the open border policy, was standing live on television saying that the MK party, we want to close the borders. We want to close the borders. So the EFF needs to change their rhetoric on a couple of policies instead of doing all of these things, because all of these things that they are doing, they are not doing them any favor. All of these things, they are not doing them any favor. Like even in parliament, they can cause the disruptions, they can say everything. But at the end of the day, it is not going to earn them any favors. If they really want the people of this country to reconsider them and to look at them as the alternative, they really need to start saying the things that the people of this country will find attractive. And the first thing that the EFF needs to say is to say that, guys, we are putting South Africans first. This thing of ours of defending the illegal immigrants, it is stopping today. Julius Malema, the president of the EFF, is sorry for actually calling South Africans xenophobic, for simply expressing their frustrations about the illegal foreigners that are causing havoc in their country. This is the only thing that you need to say. Because even right now, South Africans are sitting at home. But you look at the fact that the illegal foreigners are occupying all of the workplaces. You look at the restaurants, you look at the drugs, you look at the fact that these people are the ones that are cutting the hair. You go to the townships, these guys that have jumped the borders are the ones that are owning the shops. South Africans are frustrated by that. And when South Africans say that we are frustrated by these issues, it doesn't mean that these people are xenophobic. This is what you guys in the EFF needs to understand. The people are not xenophobic when they say these people are actually causing us harm. They are not xenophobic. But the leader of the EFF, it looks like he is willing to be alone in that party. He is willing to be alone in that party. He is willing to continue with these policies of his and this rhetoric that is not popular. If you want the people of this country to actually consider you, you need to be popular. You need to be popular. It is easy. This is the method that the MK party has actually deployed. This is the method that the MK party has deployed. Even the ANC today, the same ANC that has destroyed our borders, is coming out through their Secretary General Fikile to say that no, we must do something about these issues of illegal foreigners. We must regulate the spaza shops, as if they didn't see these people building these spaza shops in front of their faces. They knew that these people were coming into the country and they were taking the space all over the place, building the spaza shops. Today, because children are dying because of the food that they are consuming from these spaza shops, Fikile Mbalula is coming out to say that, guys, we have to regulate the spaza shops. We are in government. We are government. I mean, please. This is an issue that South Africans are very passionate about. And every political party that is not going to acknowledge that this is an issue that South Africans are very passionate about, it is going to lose. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are the ANC. I don't care if you are the DA. I don't care if you are the EFF. I don't care if you are the Freedom Front Plus. If you are not going to be empathetic to the people of this country, especially when it comes to this issue of the people that have jumped the borders to get into the country, you are going to lose. You are going to lose. This is something that I would actually argue that this is number one when it comes to South Africans. I can argue that if you can go around and actually ask the people that, guys, what is the first thing that you would like to see changed in this country? People will tell you that, guys, please, we want these people to be deported. That is the first thing that people are going to say. We want these people to be deported. So you have the woke political parties like the EFF calling South Africans xenophobic, calling for these people to find creative ways to enter the country. Then you'll have the EFF supporters telling you that, no, Julius Malema is not the president of the country. Why are you guys trying to hold him accountable when he's not the president of the country? These people are just being naive. Julius Malema has a big voice. He has a big voice. So when he says that illegal foreigners can find creative ways to enter the country, these people are going to hear him. They are going to hear him and they are going to say, we are going to South Africa. We are going to South Africa because there is a political party in the country that is very large, and that political party is pro-illegal foreigners. Don't you think that the illegal foreigners are saying this about the EFF? Don't you think the illegal foreigners are saying this about the EFF? Go on social media. Go on social media and see the accounts that are attacking South Africans. Look at the profiles of those accounts that are attacking South Africans today. Look at the profiles of those accounts that are attacking South Africans. Those profiles, they have EFF flags. Don't you wonder why the foreigners will get into the country, they will put the EFF as their profile and they will insult the South Africans? Don't you wonder why? Why is that? Why is that? It's because these people understand that in South Africa, you will not be chased away because there is a political party that is willing to defend you. There is a politician that is very famous in the country that is willing to protect you. That politician doesn't care if he loses the votes, but he is going to protect you. He doesn't care that you jump the borders to misuse everything that you've been giving to South Africa by South Africans with their hard-earned money. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that South Africans are working hard so that these people can get into the hospitals. South Africans are working hard and they are paying tax so that you can be protected by the police. South Africans are working hard so that you can have shelter. He doesn't care about that. He just wants you to jump the borders and get into the country. So if you're going to continue to pursue stupid issues like this one of getting McKenzie, you are going to lose. I don't know if the EFF is hearing. If you're going to pursue these issues, you are going to lose. You are going to lose. You need to go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board and say, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. What kind of policies do South Africans actually hate? What kind of policies do South Africans hate? What kind of rhetoric that is not popular to the people of this country? If you can identify that, then we are telling you right now that people will come back to the EFF. But people right now, they hate the EFF. Everybody hates the EFF. 91% of the people, they have rejected the EFF, if you understand, because the EFF, it is a political party that prioritizes the foreigners instead of South Africans. This is why 91% of the voters have actually rejected the EFF. This is why. So if the EFF supporters and the leaders of the EFF are still going to play stupid and pretend like this is a very popular stance, this One Africa of yours, it is a popular stance, okay, they can continue with their One Africa. Let's see how far they go. Let's see how far they go. So guys, I wasn't intending for this video to be this long, but hey, we are going to cut it very here. So guys, what do you think about getting McKenzie's response to the EFF? And what do you think about my utterances towards the EFF? Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. And the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas MABASO. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.